Are you considering filing a complaint against an appraiser? The Department of Licensing Real Estate Appraiser Program reviews complaints against real estate appraisers. When the department receives a complaint, it reviews the materials provided by the complainant to determine if the issues in the complaint rise to the level for further inquiry. The department is charged with ensuring that appraisers follow federal standards of practice, state law, state rules, and policies in all of their appraisal activities. During an appraisal process, appraisers are required to collect data, analyze the data, and make conclusions regarding real property. These conclusions are typically provided to clients in a written appraisal report. Some of the conclusions appraisers are typically required to make include measurements of the finished living area, rating the condition of the property, rating the quality of the property, and reporting features of the real property which are the subject of the appraisal process. What kinds of things constitute a complaint? Generally, the department is willing to review any complaint someone may have against an appraiser. What should be reported to the department? Multiple significant reporting errors throughout, such as mistakes regarding the subject property description, or failure to consider certain specific, relevant comparable sales. While not an all-inclusive list, here are some examples of what does not constitute a complaint. I don't agree with the appraiser's opinion of market value for the property. The department is required to ensure that appraisers follow the standards, laws, and rules in the appraisal process when making conclusions regarding real property. The department does not value real property, nor does it require an appraiser to change an opinion of value. The appraiser won't talk to me about the appraisal. The appraiser likely developed an appraisal opinion for a lender regarding market value for a real estate transaction. Therefore, the appraiser's client is likely the lender. Under federal standards of practice, appraisers are prohibited from discussing the appraisal with anyone other than their client. If you wish to have additional information considered or would like to discuss changes you think the report might need, contact your lender with your concerns. The lender should be able to forward your concerns to the appraiser. I've been waiting for my appraisal report for 2 weeks and I still don't have it. Short delays in receiving your appraisal report are not a violation. Long delays should be reported to the department for further review. Common complaints include, the square footage seems wrong. Does your home have below-grade square footage? A level is considered below grade if any portion of it is below grade regardless of the quality of its finish or the window area. If your answer is yes, then you should know that only the above grade portion of the total square footage is reported on page 1 of the Uniform Residential Appraisal Report form. The below grade portion of the square footage is reported on page 2 of the URAR in the sales comparison grid just under the above grade area. Why is only the above grade area reported on page 1? The intended user, intended use, and whether the report is prepared for a federally related transaction can affect how square footage is reported by the appraiser. Guidelines relating to a federally related transaction indicate that only finished above grade areas can be reported in the above grade square footage and room counts. The below grade area is reported separately on the basement and finished areas below grade line located right below the above grade section on the sales comparison grid on page 2 of the URAR. A note on comparable sales. The sales comparison approach is a set of procedures in which the value indication is derived by comparing the property being appraised to similar properties that recently sold, applying appropriate units of comparison, and making adjustments to the sale prices of the comparables based on elements of comparison. Who can file a complaint? Anyone can file a complaint against an appraiser. Once the complaint is filed with the department, DOL will determine if the issues contained in the complaint warrant further inquiry. How do I file a complaint? Complete a complaint form which is located on the department's website. When filing a complaint, attach the following: a detailed explanation of your complaint, including dates and other parties involved, a summary of any efforts you've already made to resolve the problem, describe events in the order they occurred, copies of all documents that relate to the complaint, including the appraisal. Submit the completed form and supporting documents to the Department of Licensing. When can I file a complaint? You can file a complaint against an appraiser at any time. Do I get my feedback if I file a complaint? Or if my complaint is valid, will my value be increased in my appraisal? No, we don't have the authority to recover funds, award damages, or make judicial determinations. To pursue these types of remedies, seek legal advice. For more information, contact the Department of Licensing's Real Estate Appraiser Program at 360-664-6504.